Thank you, Commissioner McGarvey. I want to thank Secretary Humphreys and Dr. Johnson for their great words. And I want to echo a couple of comments made by Secretary Humphreys as it pertains to insurance. It's one of the biggest things that we see here in Harrisburg and central Pennsylvania, especially among those that rent. We see so often a fire occur and the family does not have any renter's insurance. That small policy, a couple of $100s for the year, means the difference between being able to find another place to live and living on the street. And so often here in central Pennsylvania, we see folks being displaced from their homes and their belongings are totally lost in that fire and unable to be replaced because they did not have that so important renter's insurance. To the homeowners, ensure, as the Secretary said, ensure that you're making, keeping your insurance policy up to date, meeting with your insurance policyholder to ensure that you're covered. Having kids, having additions put on your homes, things like that. Make sure that you're covered so that if and when that fire does strike, you are covered. I think the biggest thing that we see is we believe it won't happen to us. And I can take you to hundreds of folks that were displaced here throughout central Pennsylvania in the last several years, and every one of them would tell you, we didn't think it would happen to us. And I'm here to tell you that it can and it will. When we talk fire safety as we go into the holidays, a couple other things that we want to ensure is the use of multi-unit adapter strips, zip strips as we call them in the industry. The fires that we've seen through those here in Harrisburg alone has not only claimed lives, but countless buildings have been tragically taken from us because of those zip strips being used to power appliances that they're not designed to power. So if you're using a space heater, if you have to rely on that for a heating source, make sure that that space heater is plugged directly into that wall socket. Do not use extension cords, do not use those zip strips. They are so dangerous, and a fire will eventually occur as that zip strip or extension cord breaks down. We're going to show you here in a couple of minutes what it looks like to not fry a turkey. So this is not what you want to do this Thanksgiving. The family would be upset if you come up with what we have. We have heated the oil up as you would do prior to putting the turkey in. Unfortunately, because we were in a rush today, we forgot to thaw the turkey. So think about that. Today is about a week before Thanksgiving. Keeping food safety in mind, as Dr. Johnson has pointed out, if you're going to get that turkey, make sure you get that thing in the refrigerator to thaw out if you're going to fry it. You're going to see exactly what happens when we drop in a turkey that is still frozen into hot oil and why the two don't mix. Keep in mind when you see the fire front that will come off of this, the reason we are preaching not to do this inside your home, not just because of fire, but because of carbon monoxide. And we want to keep it away from the sides of our homes as we look at flammable sidings and other materials that are around our buildings.